Good morning. Today is going to be upper body. Today we're going to have both strength and a conditioning piece. You will need some weights. And if you have an option, the lighter on your weights today is going to be better for you. If you don't have an option, then you're just going to give me a fewer amount of reps in the time frame that you're working, which is totally fine. But for those of you that do have the option, I want you to try to decrease in weight because this will get really challenging because time under tension is going to be pretty long time. Okay, so here is your strength video. I'm going to go over the format that we're going to be doing for strength, and then I will go over your conditioning in your next video. Okay, so format today is going to be a stack. We do stacks a lot, but in the strength, last week we did a strength stack. We stacked all the way up when we started back at the top on the other side. This time is going to be not single-sided, so we are going to do a full stack. We're going to stack all the way up to the highest round, and then we'll get with that highest round and we'll unstack those movements all the way back down to the shortest round, and then you'll be done. Okay, so you'll just go one time through that, just like that. All right, for your movements, or for those of you guys that just need a reminder on how the stacks work, each movement is a 30-second interval. You'll be completing this today for a set amount of 30 seconds, not a set amount of reps. All right, so we'll be working for the full 30 seconds, and you will always follow up each interval or each interval with a 30-second rest. Okay, your intervals, each rounds are going to progress in both movements and time domain, and every movement we add on, we will add on an additional 30 seconds of work. You'll always repeat the one that you did previously, and then you'll get to your final round, which is 2.5 minutes of work. You'll follow that up with 1.5 minutes of rest, and we'll go back through that longest round, and then we'll start taking them away to where you end up with that 30-second round at that. Okay. Movements. There are 5 different movements. I'm going to go over those now. Movement number 1 is a U press. Okay. Arms starting in, forearms, wrists, elbows are glued together. We pull them out, up, down, in, out, up, down, in. If you want to scale or make it a little bit harder because that time under tension here is a little bit longer, you can go single arm, both arms. All right. This is your U press. Lots of different variations to it. Movement number 2, we're going to add on a forward raise. Wrists are going to be facing back. We're going to have a slight bend in our elbow, and we're going to raise up to parallel with our shoulders and the floor. Okay, 30 seconds. Here, movement number 3, we're going to add on a lateral flat. So elbows are going to still have that soft bend in, and wrists are facing in, and we come out. Again, so on each of these, you can increase in difficulty. You can go single arm, can be a scale up, single arm, both arms are going to be more challenging. If you guys are using resistance bands because you don't have weights that are light enough, then I want you to challenge yourself to come up, hold at the top, down, up. So there's always one holding at the top, or maybe your weights are light enough where you can do this just like I am. Okay, lots of different variations that you play around with. Movement number 4 is an around the world press. So wrists are going to come up, elbows are going to come up. You still have that soft bend. We come all the way up, all the way around. You're trying to make this movement as wide or as large of a range of motion as possible. Okay, the closer in you keep your arms, the more biceps are going to work. The wider or the larger circle you can make with those weights, the more shoulders are going to work. Okay, last movement is going to be a skater. If you're using weights, then you're going to hold on to them. If you're not using weights or you're using a band, you'll just do this body weight. Okay, so we're going to go side to side, working those obliques, just like that for 30 seconds. Okay, so that very first round of that full stack, we're going to only end up doing 1 round of skaters. The second round through, as we're starting to reverse that stack, it's going to get challenging because we're implementing in that cardio aspect of it. So at the top of every round, your heart rate is going to be a lot more elevated. Okay, that is your strength portion. If you have any questions, let me know. See you in just a minute.